Welcome, my name's Anthony King, and today we continue with our Michael Jackson DVD set commentary behind the scenes, where I give you the commentary of my DVD, The King of Dance. So a few years ago, Michael Jackson endorsed my dance classes and I created 3 dance DVDs. And today, I'm going to take you behind the scenes, how we made them, and a little bit of my thoughts about the process while we watch some clips from the DVD. Now, this is more of a Billie Jean and spinning type DVD, and it's actually still available for download. So if you want to download this, you can on my website. You go to anthony-king.com. But now, let's take a look behind the scenes. Hope you enjoy. Okay, welcome to the commentary of Anthony King's King of Dance DVD. I haven't watched this in a very long time, and here are some clips, and I'm going to give you some commentary from behind the scenes and my thoughts. Okay, so this was the second DVD, which, as you can see, the production quality is very, very different. So Michael Jackson passed away, and the whole world, my world changed. I was on all of the media, so many news channels, and I was asked, Anthony, you should make some new DVDs. And I really wasn't so interested in doing it because I thought, well, I made Thriller Dance Workout, which did well, and I was happy with that. But so many people, I remember Nick Mason from Pink Floyd. I was with him at his house, and he's like, Anthony, this is a really good DVD. I can see this. And the director of this DVD, Rolf, we were having a coffee, and he's like, listen, I'd really, want to do a DVD with you. So very quickly, we basically did it. Now, one of my aims with this, I really wanted to put the moves that Michael Jackson made famous in Billie Jean into a DVD because so many people loved those moves, but they're not. Michael doesn't actually perform a lot of dance moves specifically in Billie Jean. So I put together, the moves and some other foundation moves into some routines, as well as teaching the spin. I really wanted to teach a proper spin lesson. And let's look at the dancers there. Ray, Jessica, Sarah, and Marie. Maria was behind me in all of my shows, all of my DVDs. You'll always see Maria behind me. And yeah, so I really wanted to teach Billie Jean, the moves Billie Jean, how to do a proper spin, and also the James Brown shuffle, which James Brown made famous, which Michael Jackson used to do in Wanna Be Starting Something. So they were some things that I was excited to do. One very interesting thing is this floor was not level. It wasn't level, so if you notice when I'm spinning, I'm bending my knees slightly to compensate for that, because I'm adjusting as I'm turning. Quite difficult to do, actually, but I guess it just proves the techniques. So, this was a different production, and it was much easier for me because Rolf Clement, the director, took care of all of the production, and I just basically turned up. My focus was the dance and the choreography, which is always the best thing to do. On other shows and even the first DVD, a lot of it's production, direction, and it's very hard work to do all of that and then focus on performing. So this was really easy for me. And I don't have that much memory of the process of the rehearsals. I do remember the day. I remember turning up. I remember having a massive team and just teaching to camera, and it was pretty seamless. I remember being happy.
Swing. Now, if you do that 3 times, on the 3rd time, pull.
I'm just looking at looking at myself, pointing to the camera.
Okay, let's take a look.
Look at me.
What we're going to do. Pull, in, pull.
So yes, I'm teaching the spin. Yeah, I remember having fun. It was quite funny. And also I have a great relationship with the director, so we were messing around a lot. For me, as you can see, and if you've watched any of my classes, I like to have a laugh and have fun. I really do believe if you're going to learn to dance, dancing should be fun and you should be enjoying yourself. And so this DVD was a continuation of DVD 1, which is why I also done a refresher of the 3 moonwalks, side slide, moonwalk, and circle slide, for some extra tips from questions that arose from DVD 1, because often what happens is after people learn the moves, they want to learn more, and so they progress. And so this was really a dialogue between me and all of the people who'd watched Thriller Dance Workout. So I actually enjoyed that one quite a lot. Another thing which I really wanted to do was to go back to the sites around London and dance like I did in the first DVD when we were demonstrating the moves. And it's incredible to see how much London has changed, like tower blocks and big office blocks behind where I previously danced, but we'll probably see that in a moment. Okay, so I'm showing how to spin, where to put the feet. So the right foot is slightly off the floor, so it's kind of like an illusion. And then you're turning on the front of your left foot, and you really want to keep those your knees, your legs straight and your back straight, although I was bending slightly because I had to compensate because the floor wasn't level, but I had no choice. So yeah, the arms really are your propellant. You don't need to spot, you just keep your form straight, use your arms as propellant, and you will go around.
We're going to go. Pull,
yeah.
Arms. Now, you have to, this is almost like riding a bike.
I'm liking the jacket as well. Like pretty cool.
You've really got to be brave. There's going to become a point where it's very hard, very hard, very hard, very hard, and then you're going to get it. You're going to get it. But you've really got to have that courage to spin around.
So I think that this might have been the biggest seller. Maybe DVD 1, but this did really well, and we're very pleased about it. Side moonwalk. But yeah, I never intended to do more than one DVD. This is so similar to Michael Jackson when you hear him talk about touring. Every time I've done a big show, I've said, that's it, I'm not doing that again. And then time passes, and then people talk to you, and it's like, oh yeah, maybe we should do a show. And then you end up doing a show. Same with these DVDs. So we end up doing 3. So yeah, moonwalk.
A strong L shape, a strong stance. And again, as I said last time, you practice that.
Yeah, you really want to get used to putting the weight on that back foot and not collapsing. If you can do that and practice that simple thing, that will strengthen you to do an incredible backslide. And you just really want to practice. Yeah, I'm saying don't lean forward, keep upright. And these are, moves that have been around for so long. We know Michael didn't invent the moonwalk.
Exaggerate this straight movement. We're going to slide.
It was performed in the 1940s, 1930s. Nicholas Brothers performed it. Bill Bailey performed it. So these moves, as have nearly every move, they've all been performed before. But Michael Jackson's genius was to incorporate it in a new way and deliver it in a stylized way with the costumes and just the style that he did it. So here we are, and that looks like the Royal Albert Hall to me. I remember being wet and cold. It was my tolerance levels had changed since the first one. Running around London, I wasn't as enthusiastic as I was the first time, which was just crazy, especially on Tower Bridge. And this is Trafalgar Square. But I did have a lot of fun doing it, of course. London looks very quiet today, I have to say. That's Big Ben behind. Westminster Tower. Moonwalking, that's near the National Gallery. And this is South Bank with the Millennium Wheel behind me. Bit of Smooth Criminal. Pretty good, pretty good. Now this is like a skate park kind of area, just on the South Bank. And I like to incorporate the moves from the DVD into the demonstration. And this is back at Tower Bridge. And this area is totally different from the first DVD. You take a look. It didn't have it. This was here, but it didn't have the buildings and tower blocks behind. And here we go. Here we have some of the people involved. Biggest regret is that so busy that I didn't have the opportunity to get to know the people that I worked with. So a lot of these people I met on the day, and didn't get to know, and it's such a big regret of mine. I really wish I did have the opportunity to get to know the people that I've worked with over the years, especially in the shows and in the projects. So if I could go back in time, I really would, but I really did enjoy these opportunities, and I know that lots of people did as well. So yeah, this is available for download on my website, anthony-king.com. I hope you enjoyed this little bit behind the scenes commentary. I haven't seen it in a long time, so I just thought I'd give you some of my raw thoughts. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the lesson if you download it, and see you for DVD 3.